Let me call this regular meeting of Tuesday, August 18, 2015 of the Stillwater Planning Commission to order. Number 2, land use items for discussion and possible action. Trade and Development, LLC final plat, requesting a review and approval of a final plat for Trade Heights Addition, Section 3, consisting of 34 residential lots on a portion of the property addressed 750 South Country Club Road, 899 South Murphy Street in the RSSPUD, original single family small lot with planned unit development district. Mr. Coots?
Tom Coots, Development Services. Subject property is highlighted on the map. See here, this is Country Club, 6th Avenue. They're actually down Murphy Drive, and then it kind of changes to Daggy Drive. And then, so like I said, it's highlighted. So it's in the Trading Heights development, surrounded by the North RSS PUD, the East RSS, South RSS, and West RSS. This is the preliminary plat that was approved with an amendment to the planned unit development for the Trading Heights development. You'll see it's very similar to the plat that's before us. I blew up the property so you can see a little bit better. And this is how the plat fits in. It basically completes the loop of Prescott Drive and Fairfield Drive Road, or whatever it is. 34 residential lots and one more outlot, which is kind of a continuation of the common space they have over here on the west side. So basically, findings are that the proposed final plat appears to be consistent with all applicable city codes, and this is a continuation of the overall proposed development of Trading Heights and its PUD. Do you have any questions for me?
I'd like to open the public hearing. Is there anybody here to speak in favor of this item? See no one. Is there anybody here who'd like to speak against this item? See no one. I'd like to close the public hearing. Mr. Coots?
Okay, we have actually 4 alternatives this time. We can accept staff findings and recommend that the City Council approve the proposed final plat as presented. We can accept the staff findings and recommend that the City Council approve the proposed final plat as modified. We can find that additional information is needed before making a recommendation, so table it to a certain date. Or we can find that the proposed final plat does not meet the requirements of City Code and recommend that City Council not approve the final plat.
Any question, Mr. Coots? Any comments? I hear a motion.
I'll make the motion to accept findings and recommend that the City Council approve the proposed final plat as presented.
Second.
Passes 6-0. Let's go to item number 3, approval of the meeting summary for discussion and possible action. Approval of the regular meeting summary of August 4th, 2015.
Motion to approve. Second.
Passes 6-0. Item number 4, miscellaneous items from the board for discussion and possible action. Appointed Planning Commission representative to the Board of Adjustment. Do I see any volunteers?
It's customary. What did they?
I'm not entirely sure what the Board of Adjustment is.
You'll learn real quick. They do a great job.
Do I hear a motion?
You want to give it a try, Ariel?
What is involved?
Well, Mr. Booker was chair of that for probably more years than he wants to admit. Go ahead, give us a brief overview, Mike.
We're the Planning Commission, and we do zoning and land use. Board of Adjustment means that you've got a particular zone and you want to do a minor adjustment. There's a hardship. An example might be that I want to put a hairstyling business in my home, not have a sign out front, but I want to have that, and because of various reasons, and that would need to go to the Board of Adjustment for that approval. I may have built a house that is 3 inches too close to the street, and I want to do some of that house, I need to go to the Board of Adjustment to get that approval. Paula, do you want to add any other examples?
If I may, not necessarily examples, but just a little additional elaboration on what the Board of Adjustment is and what it does. Unlike the Planning Commission, the Board of Adjustment is a quasi-judicial body that is one of the only bodies under state law to be authorized to grant variances or waivers to the adopted regulations. So that's the primary role of that body, and there's a reason for not mixing and mingling it with the Planning Commission or the City Council or any of the others, pretty much just to keep that quasi-judicial component as pure as possible. There are state law requirements that have to be met in the consideration of any of the criteria for any request that comes before the board. And there's also authorities outlined in city code of the only thing that the board can do. So the scope is pretty narrow, and the authorities under state law are extremely narrow. May help in the decisions of who wants to step up and volunteer and serve. The board is scheduled to meet the first Thursday of every month, and I think maybe they've met 2-3 times this year. So it's not an every month there's going to be a request for the Board of Adjustment. Some years they might meet 10 times in that year. Others, they might come together to meet the end of the year to set their schedule for the next year. So it's not a huge time commitment. It's quite different from the Planning Commission because you're not okaying development or impacts to the community. It's very singularly focused from the property standpoint, and any decision is going to be unique to that property. Unlike the Planning Commission, where laws or activities that y'all do, decisions you make, typically can be applied generally throughout the entire community. The Board of Adjustment is very property specific. So, hope that helps a little bit.
Yes.
Great explanation. I think it's a good board to be on. I really do.
Nobody else wants to do it, I would.
All right, we shamed her into it. I make the motion.
Paul made it sound interesting.
There you go, Paul. No, it's a great board, don't get me wrong. I'll make the motion to, Ferrero Ross to be the Planning Commission representative on the Board of Adjustment.
I will gladly second that.
Do I vote on it?
Yes, you may
Yeah.
vote.
Okay.
You don't even have to vote yes.
Passes 6-0.
That would be
Next, congratulations.
Thank you.
Next Planning Commission meeting is September 1st, 2015. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
You guys wanted to stay around?
Oh, nice, huh?
I stopped it too fast.
It passes. We are staying adjourned.